Hey guys, how's it going? I want to quickly discuss about the bacteria that make ESBL, extended spectrum beta lactamase. Many of these gram-negative bacteria, they've learned how to make this enzyme, and with that enzyme, they are able to chew commonly used antibiotics, and they make them completely ineffective. A nightmare at the hospitals, and they spread life-threatening infections. See, bacteria are broadly divided in two categories, the gram-positive and gram-negative. And within the gram-positive, you got the staphylococcus, streptococcus, pneumococcus, and all that, right? After penicillin was discovered in 1928, it was very effective against the gram-positive bacteria. During World War II, penicillin was really getting all those patients with war injuries much better because it was able to kill those bacteria. But then those bacteria learned how to make penicillinase. It's an enzyme. And with that enzyme, it was able to chew out penicillin. So then penicillin became ineffective, and then scientists had to really modify the penicillin molecule and make newer antibiotics like ampicillin, amoxicillin, etc., and also methicillin. Many of those antibiotics were really working against gram-negative too, because normally gram-negative bacteria like your E. coli, Proteus, and Klebsiella, they will not die due to penicillin. Penicillin only worked against gram-positive bacteria like staph and strep, but against gram-negative, penicillin didn't work. But once they modified the molecule to ampicillin and amoxicillin, then those antibiotics started working against gram-negative. So gram-negative infection, urine infection, gastrointestinal tract, diarrhea, and etc. Ampicillin and amoxicillin worked really fantastic. But then the gram-negative bacteria like E. coli, they learned how to make beta lactamase. So that's a different enzyme, and with that they were able to really chew out ampicillin and amoxicillin. And then the scientists came up with the newer antibiotics like cephalexin, etc. That's a cephalosporin antibiotic. And within the cephalosporin group, you got first generation like cephalexin, second generation like cefazolin, third generation like, ceftriaxone, and fourth generation like cefepime. So these antibiotics then worked against gram-negatives, but then these gram-negative bacteria, they learned how to make ESBL. So it is extended spectrum beta lactamase. So with that enzyme, they were able to chew out all the cephalosporins. Now, so all the cephalosporins are just totally useless against these bacteria. So now we've got only very few antibiotics that we can use to kill them, like carbapenems, like meropenem and ertapenem, etc. So when you hear ESBL, be aware that these are gram-negative bacteria like E. coli, Proteus, Klebsiella, and they are multi-drug resistant. So it is a nightmare. So you got to use the universal precaution like, hand washing, use alcohol to wipe your hands and everything, and be very careful, okay? Because ESBL is spreading out there in the community and it's very dangerous. Talk to you later in my next post, guys. Goodbye.